Alright, so today we're gonna make heart-shaped cinnamon rolls. Let's see what happens.
Alright, so for this step we're gonna need some flour. We're also gonna need some melted butter, some salt, some sugar, some active dry yeast. We're also gonna need eggs at room temperature and some warm milk. Alright, let's get cooking, y'all.
Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and add our milk to a bowl. You want the milk about 115 degrees. And then we're gonna sprinkle our yeast on top. And wait about 3 to 4 minutes. See you then.
Alright, so for this step you're gonna wanna pour in your butter, your sugar, and then crack your 2 room temperature eggs into it. Alright, so after you do that, you're going to want to mix it until everything is fully combined. So just kind of give it a little whisk around, crack the eggs, and then just whisk it. Also try to make sure all that sugar is fully dissolved. Alright. Should look something like this. Alright, so let's go ahead and add the salt, and then let's go ahead and add in all of the flour. Make sure you're slowly mixing it in so it combines pretty well. Okay. Now you're not going to want to thoroughly mix this in, you're just going to want to mix it until it's barely like all combined, then you're going to let it sit for about 5 minutes. So that way the mixture has time to soak up all the wet ingredients. Alright, so that's what it should look like after it's set for about 5 minutes. So now it's time to start kneading your dough. So to do that, you basically just keep folding it over. And yeah, you're going to be doing this for a little while now. Basically just to help the dough gain some elasticity. You'll know it's done whenever it's nice and smooth. So at this time, you may need to add a little bit more flour just to make sure all the liquids are forming. I might need to add about another 1/4 cup or so. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on and see what it looks like after that. But it is starting to look pretty good. So let me grab just a little bit more flour. Alrighty, and we'll knead that in too. This step is probably the most annoying to do if you don't have a stand mixer, because it takes a little while. Definitely help you build up some muscle in your arms. Okay. It's starting to get there. It's starting to look pretty smooth.
Take turns if you need to.
Yeah, definitely need if you need to. But if your arm gets tired, you could always sit there and take a break if you don't have someone else to help you.
I'm pretty lucky you're so strong.
Yeah. So.
See you back when it's needed.
Alright, once it's done, it should look about something like this. Alright, so you're going to want to spray the bowl with a non-stick cooking spray. If you don't have any of that, don't worry. You can go ahead and use like butter or something like that. It's just so it doesn't stick while it's proofing. Make sure you grease it up real nice and good.
Alright, now we're going to go ahead and get something to cover this with, and then we're going to set it aside so it can proof. It should double in size. That'll take, how long do you think?
about an hour or two, depending on the temperature of your house.
Alright.
See y'all back soon.
Okay, so while your cinnamon roll dough is proofing, we're gonna go ahead and make the filling. So for this, you're gonna need a bowl and a spoon, and then you're going to need some softened butter, some brown sugar, and some cinnamon. Thanks for waiting.
Alright, so for this step, we're gonna go ahead and combine all the ingredients. So let's go ahead and just dump everything into the bowl. Alright. Once you have everything in the bowl, you're going to want to give this a good mixing. Just make sure everything is well combined.
Good job.
Thank you. And this is going to be the filling for the cinnamon rolls that we're making right now.
It's not going to be super wet. It is going to be a dry mixture.
Yes. Alright, so once you're done mixing it, it should look something like this. What do you think?
It smells delicious.
Yes, it will definitely be delicious. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.
Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and make the frosting. So for this, you're going to need butter, powdered sugar, vanilla extract, food coloring, cream cheese, a bowl, and a mixer. This part is optional, but it's Valentine's Day, so we're using it.
Who could resist, right?
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and cream our butter and our cream cheese together. Okay. Got it.
Good job.
Thank you.
Alright, let's give this a good mixing.
That over.
Looks like I'm getting. They well blended. Alright, so it's
Like that.
alright, so next we're gonna go ahead and add in the vanilla extract and the powdered sugar.
And we're going to try not to make too much of a mess.
It'll be fun.
No promises.
Y'all can join in with us. Alright, you ready?
Never with powdered sugar.
But we like it something like that.
Now it's time for the fun part.
You ready?
Heck yeah.
I'll let you do that.
Thanks, babe. Alright, let's try that. This is always a little at a time until you get the color you want. Told you, Josh, the coloring's strong.
Yeah.
Alright, that looks pretty good to me. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks great.
Alright, so this is our final color. see you at the next step.
Alright, so let's check in on our dough and see how it's looking. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. What do you think?
It's poofy.
Alright, so like we said, it should double in size. So that is looking really good. Alright, so next it's time to go ahead and start rolling out the dough. So for this step, you're going to need the dough that you let proof. That's doubled in size. You're going to need a rolling pin and some flour. This part is fun, but also a really big mess.
That's the fun part.
Exactly. Alright, so you're going to want to start off by just dusting your countertop or cutting board or pastry mat, whatever you have really. We're going to use our countertop because why not? Then you're going to want to put a little bit more onto the rolling pin. So you're doing that so the dough does not stick to it. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab your dough out. Alrighty. Let's get the rolling. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you're aiming for is about 15 by 24 inches long.
But if it's a little off, it doesn't really matter.
No, it can vary. It doesn't gotta be perfect. So once you got it rolled out, it should be about this size. So.
That's pretty big.
Oh yeah, definitely. Alright, so now it's time to start putting the
Filling on.
The filling on. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, so now it's time to go ahead and put our filling on our dough. This is more my speed.
A little thick, huh?
A little bit.
That'll be okay.
It'll be delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get all of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Can't leave any of that goodness behind.
This stuff is kind of a snack by itself.
Yeah. Alrighty. So you're basically just trying to get it all evenly distributed all over the dough. Alright, so for this step we've found that using a pizza cutter works best to cut your cinnamon roll. If you're not making like heart-shaped cinnamon rolls, I would recommend rolling this up into a log and then cutting it like that. Just with a knife works. But since
an easier way to cut it once it's in a log would just be dental floss. You just wrap it around it and then pull it tight and it'll cut it for you.
Yeah, definitely. And then you don't got like the pinch ends and everything else. Alright, but since we are not doing that, we're going to be cutting them into strips. So let's get going.
Good job.
Thank you.
We went ahead and pre-marked the end about where we wanted to cut it just to help give us a starting point. You're aiming for about 1.25 inch strips. Alright, so now it's the fun part. You get to make them into hearts.
Alright, so for this step, we're basically just going to be folding it over.
About this much. You're going to fold it over and then make sure that they stay about even and meet in the middle. I don't think that's quite even.
It happens, right? I mean...
And then you're gonna have a heart.
Sometimes you get a little excited.
Alright, so now we've got them shaped. They should look something like this. You're aiming for kind of a heart.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna let these sit for about 20 minutes, let them proof a little bit more, so we'll see you back then.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and preheat our oven. You're gonna turn it to 375. Alright, we'll see you in about 20 minutes. You look pretty cozy. Say hi. And she does not care.
Like belly rubs, please. Give me the belly rubs.
Alright, so once your oven's preheated, we're going to go ahead and put our cinnamon rolls in. They're going to cook for about 25 minutes, but you're going to want to check them in about 20 minutes to make sure that they're not burning, you're gonna want them to be golden brown. So if they do start to get past that color, you're gonna cover them with foil.
Alright, the timer just went off. It's time to pull them out and see what they're looking like. We did put some foil over them because they were starting to get a little dark. So, don't forget to turn off your oven. Very important. Alright, it's time to uncover these and see how they turned out. You ready?
Fingers crossed.
Oh. So they didn't turn out quite how we were wanting them to. But they're cinnamon rolls, but they didn't turn out like hearts like we were hoping. But that's okay. What do you think?
I think this will taste fine.
Yeah.
They're just not as pretty as we wanted.
That one looks pretty good though. This little guy.
Look at this one.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so maybe next time we put them in a different dish.
Yeah. I'd probably say a round one, so that way they can't kind of come like
Apart.
yeah, come apart. Start to unwind. Put the points towards like the middle. Probably put the others towards the outside edge. That way it kind of holds them in place a little bit better. That's probably what we would do next time if we tried them again.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Definitely was. It was fun.
Alright, let's decorate them anyway.
Alrighty. Alright, it's time to have some fun. Let's ice these bad boys. Looking good.
Alright, your turn.
Okay.
And because I have to.
Little sprinkles never hurt nothing, right?
We have to stand like this because I'm right-handed and he's left-handed. Otherwise it's just...
That is a fact.
beautiful.
Just like you.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess we're gonna have some sprinkles too.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
Thank you. Alrighty.
They're not bad. They still look cute.
Yeah. All that matters is that we had fun making them.
Definitely. Alright, so they may not have turned out as beautiful as we planned, but I'm betting they still taste great. Let's go ahead and find out.
Alrighty. They're still really good. They may not look the best, but I still really like them. What do you think?
I think they still taste great. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
If there's anything else you want to see us make, or in this case, try and make, let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.
Bye.